Hi, I'm Anastasia Chatzka, a fashion designer with over 20 years of experience and a sewing educator. And I'm really excited you're here to share another sewing adventure with me today. Welcome to Sew Anastasia, and today we're going to transform this vintage dress. It is looking, well, very vintage and outdated, so I'm going to update it and make it a little more modern. So I love the fabric on this dress, and I love some of the details, like these sleeves. How awesome. They get puffy at the elbow, and then they get tight again at the wrist. It is so cute. But this neckline has just got to go. It is up to here. It's almost like you can't breathe in it, right? So what I would like to do is go ahead and drop the neckline on this dress. And how are we gonna do that? We'll follow along and I'll show you. If you're not already a subscriber to Sew Anastasia, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know when all the new videos come out. And I'm also teaching virtual sewing lessons right now. So you can book your time with me online, choose your project, and I will help you from my design studio to your sewing room. So cool. Also, you can come and take a socially distanced sewing class in my design studio in Chicago, Illinois. Links for all of that are going to be down below in the description. Okay, so I put the dress on so you guys could see it. Love these beautiful sleeves. They are so fun and cool and actually modern again, which is, well, cool. They say fashion rotates, right? Every 20 years, and well, here we are again, fashionable. But not the neckline so much. So what we want to do is go ahead and lower this to where the lining is on it. So I'm going to show you how to take this really high neckline and make it lower so that way we can have a modern dress. So we're going to transform the front neckline along with the back. So let's go ahead and start cutting away our neckline and transforming it. Supplies for this project are going to be super simple. All you need are your scissors, some matching thread, and your pins. And then we're ready to start transforming this dress. The first thing I want you to do is grab your pins and let's go ahead and we're gonna pin the outside layer to the lining layer. So you can do this on yourself, or if you have a dress form, you can go ahead and do this on a dress form as well. So we want to do this because we want to make sure that everything's nice and flat and that one layer isn't pulling or pushing the opposite direction. We want everything to be nice and smooth. Go ahead and turn your dress form to the back, or maybe get a friend to pin the back of your dress. Okay, so we can see how I have the neckline outlined and pinned. But let's say you didn't have a sheer outer fabric, what would you do? Well, you could chalk a neckline and then go ahead and pin right below your chalk line. And then you'll be caught up to the same spot that we're in right now with the dress with the sheer top. Okay, so now here is the scary part. Grab your scissors and we're just gonna chop off the neck. What? I know, right? Okay. So let's go ahead and we want to cut about a 1/2 inch above that lining that we see here, or for good measure, if you just have a chalk line with pins, why don't you go ahead and measure up 1 inch and then cut it off. Snip, snip. Oh my gosh, we've just pulled away the back. We are missing the back of the dress. Yikes. Okay, let's turn it around. Work our way to the front. Okay, we're doing it. Look at this. We're revealing some décolletage. Woo! Okay. We're completely missing the neck of the dress now. But look how much more modern this is already looking. We don't have fabric up to our throat, right? Okay, loving this. Love, 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 love. Okay, so now we can take it off the dress form, head over to the sewing machine and sew this baby up. So right now is a really great time to try back on your dress and make sure the neckline is as low as you want it. And if you want it a little lower, go ahead and cut it a little lower. But don't forget, you have to leave room for seam allowance. So the seam allowance on this is gonna be 1/4 inch because we're going around a curve. So make sure you leave at least 1/4 inch for a seam allowance. Oh my gosh, you guys, look, I have a neck again. It's so exciting, right? So I am loving this with no fabric up here. So now all we gotta do is finish the edge. So let's head over to the sewing machine and sew it up. Today I'm gonna be using the Husqvarna Viking Epic 95Q. You can use any sewing machine that has a straight stitch and a zigzag stitch on it. So the first thing we wanna do is go ahead and set up our basting stitch because we want to take the sheer outer layer, our first layer, and we want to baste it to this under layer. So that way when we take the pins out, it's not going to move around on us. So remember, your basting stitch is a temporary stitch with no back stitch and a really long stitch length as long as your machine will go. Okay, so I've got my basting stitch set up and I'm going to go ahead and just baste around the edge and make sure you take out your pins before you get to them. Make sure everything's laying nice and flat as you're sewing. You don't want to sew any bumps or tucks into this. Okay, when we get to the end, you can just go ahead and hit your cut button and we are done with that step. So now you can see that basting stitch that's all the way around the edge of the neckline. Next, go ahead and set your machine to the zigzag stitch, and we are going to zigzag around the raw edge of the neckline. Or if you have a serger, you can totally serge this edge as well. Or you could totally overcast it too. So many options in sewing, right? Okay, so now that we have our zigzag stitch set up, let's go ahead and zig the sheer piece of the fabric. Make sure you're stitching on the fabric and off the fabric so it's binding the edge of the fabric. We do need to do a zigzag stitch for this. And we need to make sure we do a back stitch. When you get to the end, make sure you back stitch and cut. Next, go ahead and set your machine to just a regular old straight stitch. We're gonna flip over that edge and stitch it down. We're gonna give it a cute little edge stitch, and then we're done. Okay, so now we have our machine set up to do our edge stitch. So what we wanna do is take this piece of fabric here, the sheer piece of fabric that's hanging over the edge, and we wanna push it to the underside of the dress. So that way when we do the edge stitch on it, our neckline is gonna end up nice and finished. Okay, so let's go ahead and give the edge of this dress a nice little edge stitch. Make sure you're back stitching or fixing. When you get to the very end, make sure you back stitch and cut. We did it! We finished it. Now we have to take out the basting stitch though. We don't want to be seeing the basting stitch at the neckline of our dress. Definitely not. So grab your seam ripper and let's remove that basting stitch. Be careful when you're taking the basting stitch out of such a delicate fabric. Try not to just pull or rip the thread out, even though I totally know you're gonna want to. Now that the basting stitch is out of our dress, let's go ahead, try it on, and see what our transformation looks like. I am so excited to see this transformation. We did it! We transformed the neckline of this dress, and I am loving it. Hello, décolletage. Remember it looked like this before? Kinda dowdy. Now it looks like this. Totally awesome. Changing a neckline on a dress is so easy. All you have to do is mark it, cut it, and fold it. What? So if you're out vintage shopping and you fall in love with the dress because it has amazing fabric like this one does, but you don't love the neckline, remember, you can always alter it and make it your own. This is the great thing about vintage shopping and thrifting, is that you can find something that you love almost and then make it into something that you love completely. Thanks so much for watching Sew Anastasia today. I hope you had fun altering a neckline with me. If you have any questions or comments about the project, make sure you leave them down below the description, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And as always, make sure you follow me on Instagram at Sew Anastasia and Anastasia Chatzka. And don't forget to subscribe to me here on YouTube and hit the notification bell so you know when all the new videos come out. Also, I'm on Pinterest and Twitter, and what else do we have? TikTok and all those other social media websites. So make sure you follow me to stay inspired. And I would love to see your transformations of vintage garments or thrifted clothes. So make sure you tag me at Sew Anastasia or shoot me over your photos in my DMs, and I would love to share them with everybody else. We've got to spread the creativity. I'm also teaching virtual sewing lessons right now, so make sure you sign up for a virtual sewing lesson so I can help you with your next project. And if you're in Chicago, you can come into my design studio and we can work one-on-one on your project together. And if you want to help Sew Anastasia grow, hop on over to Patreon and check out all the cool ways you can help do that. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!